Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. We're looking at the roof on our root cellar / storm shelter. We've got the walls all poured, and they put a waterproofing paint on the edge of it. And then this is also got pipe all the way around it on the bottom, on the footers. It's got rock stacked on top of it, so any moisture gets down there, it goes out the pipe. We can see the end of it sticking out down there. But anyway, they're getting ready to pour the ceiling on it, and we're gonna have about I'm not gonna walk up there, but it looks like at least 8-inch, might be closer to 9, a 9-inch solid concrete wall around the edge of this. That gives us a 9-inch ceiling. And they put rebar on there on 1-foot centers. So the rebar is coming out of that wall all the way down on both sides and the ends. And it's bent over. And then they wired every joint together. Folks, you need to wire those joints, because when you pour that concrete, that re-rod will go to the bottom. And then you've got a big old slab without any re-rod in it. And you need re-rod in that ceiling. That's a lot of weight. Now let's go inside and see what they did on the inside to keep that ceiling from caving in when they pour the concrete. I mean, this guy has got a crew. He really does. There's 5 of them showed up this morning. They had that darn thing formed. I just met them going down the driveway, and I've been over stacking brush with the grapples, and my goodness, they're already done. Isn't this nice? We've got a nice sidewalk coming in here, and yeah, we're gonna get to play around with finishing these walls. I haven't decided if we're gonna do brick, or I may put cedar. We've got rough cut cedar. I may do cedar with batting strips down the edge or something. I don't know. We're gonna play around with it. But here's the inside. So this is a 10 by 20 cellar. I mean, they've done this before. Look at this. The ceiling's not going anywhere. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 49. Yeah, there's 49 studs in here. Not counting these out here. 49 studs. I'm not counting the ones on the edges. There's about 60. There's about 60 studs in here. So once this concrete sets up, then they'll take these studs out, and voila, we've got our we've got our cellar. Yep. Pretty darn cool. This is going to be nice. I mean, we've got a 42 by 80 steel door. And the steel door is got foam insulation in the middle of it, so it's an insulated door. And somebody said the other day, well, it looks like the lake's going to come up in here. No, it's not. That lake is at least 4 foot below. And the spillway, it's got to go out the spillway before it ever comes up here. I mean, if that lake rises another 6 inches, it's out the spillway. And it's got to come up 4 foot to get my cellar. So I know people are concerned, and I appreciate it. People are paying attention. And I would go outside, but that wind, you're not going to be able to hear me talking. The wind is just brutal. But, a person could sit right there on that sidewalk with your lawn chair and put your catfish poles out. You could fish right there. And then bring it up here, put your little table out. You could dress them right here in and out of the weather. And then you can cook them up too. So, yeah, somebody asked the other day what these logs were over. These are part of the mushroom logs. We've got 2 different beds now, one below the lake and one up here. We're sitting at around 3,000 shiitake mushroom logs now. And yeah, you got to keep them in the shade. I just spotted an area today we're going to do some more thinning on. So we try and inoculate around 400 to 500 late winter every year. That way you've always kind of keeping your supply chain going, because you know logs get older and they don't produce as much. And so it's nice to have fresh ones coming on all the time. And it doesn't take long to do 400 to 500 when you got, you know, 3 or 4 people working at it. And Jan usually puts out a note to her girlfriend, Brenda. Brenda likes coming out, and we enjoy having her. She's a great worker, and we can knock them out pretty quick. Get everybody working at it together. I just wanted to look over here. Yeah, he's got that side backfilled. This is going to be cool. So he put down plastic. There's plastic on top of that plywood up there. That is 3/4 inch plywood. And the plastic, when they take this all down, it's going to give it a marble finish. Instead of having just a matte gray like that, we'll have a marble finish. And, you know, we may end up even painting the walls in here just to make it brighter. Paint them white or something. And on the floors, just make it easier to sweep. We'll put something down on that, some kind of concrete sealant to make it easier to sweep. Because, you know, even though they use the power trowel on this, it's smooth, but it's also just makes it so much easier just to keep clean. And that's what we're wanting to do. I mean, we've got a nice cellar here, and we're going to take care of it. This, the walls on this are 8 inches wide. Massive wall. And look what they did there. I mean, these guys know what they're doing. He put a saw on that and put a bevel edge on that all the way down on both sides. And I know they did a pretty good job, because my friend in Minnesota, George Heller, George does this for a living. He saw the video, the first one I posted, and he goes, "Great, those guys are doing a good job. The walls are straight and they're flat." So that's one concrete man that makes a living saying they're doing a good job. I value George's opinion. George knows what he's doing too. He's making a really good living in Minnesota, and George has been to our grazing school, and he's got some South Pole cattle now in Minnesota, and they're doing well. We just made sure that we picked the cows that he bought, the pairs. We made sure that they could grow some hair. There's that pipe. I was wondering, like, where's the electricity coming in at? Right there. I'm like, I didn't see that. So once we get that put on, the electricity goes in, and we'll seal that real good to make sure we don't have any moisture or anything going in there, but we'll put a good rubber sealant on that. Be good to go. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, Jan's always wanted a cellar, and you know, when the wind's blowing, I tell you how bad we can get it sometimes. I've seen those trees out there by that dock bent over 90 degrees. Now, when you can take a 12 to 16 inch oak tree and bend it over sideways, that's pretty good wind. You know, and didn't feel real safe in that house, you know, and sitting in the bathtub. Feel a lot more secure in here. So just something that we've always wanted to do, and when you can get a side benefit of keeping vegetables and your canned goods in here, and possibly a deep freeze or so, that's something we will monitor. We're going to put a deep freeze in there, and we'll monitor the temperature and see if it fluctuates, where it actually heats up the cellar. We're not going to do that, but I don't think those freezers will kick on very often. See, when that thing's covered up with dirt, that whole thing gets probably 12 to 15 loads of dirt put out here over the top of the sides. It's going to maintain the temperature of the ground, which is I forgot what that is, 50 some degrees, 52, something like that. So anyway, people wanted me to keep up with this step by step. Here's the next step. And we'll be getting the concrete poured in a couple days, and I'll show you how that turned out. Everyone have a good one, and hit that subscribe button on the way out, and everyone have a great day.